welcome. I'd love to talk to you here about our new course, going deeper with the Crystal Ball Sound Therapy Masterclass course. Over the last 3 years, we've had the best-selling course on sound therapy here on Udemy, our best-selling Foundation Accredited Practitioner course, which is more than 10,000 people have already enrolled on this course in over 145 countries in the world. So we feel really blessed and privileged that our work and the work of sound healing and sound therapy through what we're offering is going out to so many people across the world. That's a real pleasure and blessing. And over that time, many people have reached out to me asking questions about how they can go deeper with instruments like the crystal balls, how they can begin to understand more the language of sound and of vibration, and how they can begin to learn more about things like musical intervals, how they can play the crystal balls with an awareness of what intervals they're playing, and also just in terms of the language of sound, if the intervals are, say, consonant or dissonant, or what emotions are connected to these intervals, or also how they can link to the chakras, energy centers, and the elements and things like this. So I felt inspired. I felt this was the right time to go deeper into these things with you through this course. We've been developing this course for about 6 months. It's been an amazing journey for us. We've crystallized it down into what we could call the 5 master keys for sound healing. So we're going to go into more into the nature of sound and vibration. We're going to go all the way back into ancient Greece, looking at visionary figures like the mystic healer Pythagoras and how they began to understand the relationship between sound and vibration, and then beginning to form the scales that we've now used within music, and also understanding the relationship of these intervals and how they work, and also the language of harmonics and of overtones. We're going to go into this in this course. We're also going to go into more how we can develop skills of deep listening and of presence. It's not just about what we understand up here, it's also about what we can bring through the projection of our energy and awareness. We're going to go into a little bit more about intention, how we can bring a more quality of intention and energy, because sound isn't separate from consciousness and intention. Consciousness and intention are kind of woven into the sound, so we're going to explore that. We're also going to look at the magical world of cymatics, how we can really see how sound is actually affecting energy, actually affecting the material world, and the amazing shapes and sacred geometry that we can see through that. And linking to that, another thing we're going to look at in terms of the 5 keys is how we can use our imagination and our capacity for visualization. So when we're playing the crystal balls, when we're playing particular intervals, how we can visualize sacred shapes and sacred geometric forms. I feel really inspired to go into this on this course with you. And we're also going to look at how we can bring this kind of knowledge into creation of a correspondence chart. So when you're playing the crystal balls or instruments like that, when you're playing particular intervals, you can have an awareness if you're playing consonant intervals, if they're bringing that sense of resolution, clarity, or if they want to bring in some dissonance as well, just to help things to be brought to the surface of consciousness, help things to be brought up. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense now. We're going to go into that more on this course, in the creation of the correspondence chart, how we can relate the intervals to the chakras, to the elements, to particular emotions. I'm also really happy and privileged that we've got Magdalena on this course with us. She's going to do a wonderful section about how to use the voice with the crystal balls, how to begin to sing the intervals, how you can begin to use vowel sounds and toning when you're working with the crystal balls. So that's an amazing thing that we've also got within this course. So I hope you feel inspired to join us on this course. You can check it out a little bit more first, explore some of the material, but I hope that you feel ready now to go on this deeper journey, so that you can begin to work with greater depth and love and emotion and imagination and creativity in your work while you're using the crystal balls as part of your sound healing and sound therapy work.